33322. Are we just not gonna admit how we knew about voodoo at very young ages? TikTok, this is fake news. All of this fake yada yada. You know the drill. With all that out the way, bro, Chucky, The Princess and the Frog, and many other media, entertainment media at that. And yet, I still believe that we just inherently knew that it was real. Like, I couldn't have been the only one as a kid that just heard, oh, voodoo is magic, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yeah, that's real. Like, needed no confirmation or none of that. I just instantly knew, yeah, that's real. Bro, we joked about the Illuminati in elementary. I'm 21. Do you know how much of this is just real and we know about it? But I wouldn't even say that we think. Some people think it's fake. Other people believe in it, but they don't know how. Bro, I say all that to say this. We truly don't know how this world works. You can have a person that's very tapped in with spirit, and then you can have a scientist, and the two of them together working in unison, combined somehow in the spirit, physical and mental, would not know exactly the full extent of what is real here. Like, let's be honest, what truly is quote unquote fake? Let's get that out of the way. We have multiple testimonies of people claiming that manifestations, God the divine, a higher source, as well as voodoo being real because it happened to them, as well as very few whistleblowers actually coming out. I wouldn't even say very few to some whistleblowers coming out about these secret societies, this, that, and the third. And yet you people still believe that this is fake, this is hearsay, this is yappa, this, that, and the third. No, it is not. You have this phenomena called the Mandela effect, where people remember something, but it's actually something else, and I'm a part of it. Because I remember the Monopoly man with his monocle, and I remember Jiffy peanut butter, not Jif, Jiffy. I remember it because as a kid, that was the first time I actually had peanut butter. The fact that I can name an actual memory that's tied to Jiffy peanut butter should say something about that phenomena. And yet you still do not believe. Believe in the impossible, because I guarantee you there is a way. And whether or not it is revealed to you, that is up to you, and that is up to time itself. Because I wouldn't even say God, because I don't even think you'd believe. But to the ones that do believe in God, the divine, the high source, you already know. You already know. And even still, even though you know, you still don't know. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, don't think that you can't, because you can. There are so many random things in this freaking world that are actually true, that are actually real, and that are actually weird to be in this reality. To think, oh, the world is supposed to be like this, but then across the whole entire globe, you have something like this happening, documented and all. Whole full research studies and everything. Narwhals, platypuses, anglerfishes. Bro, you even have the Egyptian pyramids, the Mayan pyramids, the Aztec structures still standing to this day, and people still don't know how they build them. Like, you can make the argument that it was some advanced way of leverage, but still, do you know how heavy one single granite block at the Pyramid of Giza is? 25 to 80 tons. To put that into perspective, elephants range from 2.5 to 7 tons. So that means at the very least, that's over 3 times the weight of an elephant. And they did this all from quote unquote primitive structures. And you are gonna come to me with all of this other type of evidence, and you're just gonna tell me that, hey, they did this, they put all this hard time and work to build this type of structure. Do you not know how the human brain works, no matter if it's primitive or modern? Like, do you really think, even as a freaking ruler or a king, do you really think that they would have wasted all of that time to build a big freaking structure that they couldn't even be alive to see fully in its full glory? Do you really believe that it took centuries, hundreds of years to finish the pyramids? Do you really believe that freaking slaves slaved over created all that hard labor, used leverage, cleverly placed leverage to push those rocks from a granite quarry all the way to Giza. I have a very hard time believing that. Sometimes you really do gotta use your logic. It's not that the other way ain't possible. It's that when you use logic, it's not practical. Like, there is no way that I'm finna do a passion project that I can't even live to see. And you expect me to believe that people of multiple generations were like, okay, my grandfather did this, so I gotta do it. Come on, let's do it. No. They had some advanced technology, or they knew something that we did not, that were able to lift those heavy tons and carry them all the way to Giza. And yet either explanation is still so freaking outlandish yet possible. Do you realize what I am saying to you right now? The reason I am telling you that everything is possible is because of what's happening across the globe, modern times as well as back in the past. There is no freaking way that if, by your logic, some of these things, I almost cursed, some of these things shouldn't even be happening right now, and yet they are. And you telling me that magic ain't real. You telling me that the divine isn't real. You telling me that manifestations ain't real. You telling me that your goals are not achievable. That is a lie. All four of those statements are lies. The truth of the matter is this. Although we do not know a freaking thing about our planet, we still know more than enough to get what we want done, to get what we need done on this planet. And then we can pass away in freaking peace. And that is a freaking fact. This is not a hypothesis. This is not a theory. We have had proof of this time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. I gotta close my door for this. I cannot stress this enough to y'all. Do you know how possible everything is right now? Not in the past, not in the future. Now, every single thing that you want, you can get it. If you want it, you can get it. Okay, calm down, breathe. If you want it, you can get it. And I'm gonna end it right there. Reality is not reality. Anything is possible. History proves that anything is possible. Now it's your turn to believe that everything is possible. Now believe! Ashe, peace out, adios.